Porsche just made a decision that will define the next decade of sports cars. And it started with $1 billion loss, a dead battery company, and a car they killed before its replacement even existed. Here's what nobody is saying clearly. Porsche didn't just cancel a car. They blew up their own future. And the 5 decisions that led here? Every single one was avoidable. Stay with me, because the last one will change how you think about electric cars entirely. To understand what went wrong, you need to understand what the plan actually was. The 718, the Cayman, the Boxster, is Porsche's entry point. It's the car a 28-year-old buys when they can't afford a 911. They fall in love. 5 years later, they come back for the 911. That's the pipeline. That's the business. Dum. Porsche didn't just want to update the 718. They wanted to replace it entirely with a ground-up electric sports car. New platform, new battery architecture, new everything. And they weren't quiet about it. 80% of all Porsche sales fully electric by 2030. That was the public commitment. The Taycan was the opening move. The Macan Electric was the follow-through. And the electric 718? That was supposed to be the proof. Proof that Porsche could do what no one else had done. Build an EV that didn't just go fast but felt like a driver's car. They killed the gas 718. Production ended. Done. And then everything started to fall apart. Here's pressure point number 5. And it's the one no one talks about because it's invisible until it's too late. Porsche went through a leadership change at the worst possible moment. When a new executive team walks in, the first thing they do is audit everything the previous team committed to. Every program, every projection, every bet. And when the numbers coming back are ugly, and Porsche's numbers were ugly, the programs that survive are the ones with clear, near-term margin justification. An electric sports car built on a new platform, with new battery tech, targeted at buyers who remember paying under $60,000 for the gas version? That is not a margin story, that is a bet. And new leadership doesn't inherit bets with enthusiasm. They inherit them with scissors. The electric 718 had Passion Project written all over it. And passion projects are the first thing that disappears when a new CFO starts asking hard questions. But that wasn't even the biggest problem. Because while the leadership was changing, the foundation underneath the car was already crumbling. Pressure point 4. The battery strategy collapsed entirely. Porsche had partnered with Northvolt, the European battery startup that was supposed to be the answer to Chinese cell dominance. They were also developing their own high-performance battery cells through a venture called Cellforce. The idea was a bespoke, energy-dense, fast-charging battery specifically engineered for a lightweight electric sports car. Then Northvolt filed for bankruptcy. Not a delay, not a restructuring, gone. And Cellforce? The timeline started slipping. The costs started climbing. The specialized cell that would have made an electric 718 feel different from every other EV on the road. That cell wasn't ready. And there was no clear date for when it would be. You can't build a Halo sports car on commodity battery cells sourced from a generic supplier. The entire point was differentiation, and the differentiation evaporated. Porsche built a car around a battery that didn't exist, and that is a structural failure. Not a PR problem, not a scheduling issue. A structural failure in the core technology. But here's the thing. They could have survived all of this if they hadn't made one catastrophic strategic error. Pressure point 3 is the one that should make you genuinely uncomfortable. Porsche ended production of the gas 718 before the electric replacement was ready. Think about what that actually means. There is a gap in the showroom, not alongside a new model, before it. A customer walks in looking for Porsche's entry-level sports car, and there is nothing to sell them. That's not a product delay. That's a pipeline rupture. Every month that buyer walks out empty-handed, they either go to a competitor, or they decide they don't need a Porsche at all. Brand loyalty is powerful, but it doesn't survive being told, come back in a few years. The 718 was the gateway drug, the car that built future 911 buyers. And that pipeline? It's broken. Every quarter it stays broken, the damage compounds. This is how legacy customers quietly become someone else's customers. And all of this might have been survivable, If Porsche was operating from a position of financial strength, they weren't. Pressure point 2. Financial reality hit like a wall. Porsche posted a quarterly loss exceeding $1 billion. China, one of their most critical growth markets, saw sales drop nearly 28%. Margins that were once the envy of the entire auto industry started compressing hard. And Porsche announced roughly 1,900 job cuts. Not factory workers, corporate roles, strategy roles. That's the kind of cut that signals a company isn't just optimizing, it's triaging. When you're printing money, you can fund a speculative EV platform that might take 5 years to break even. When you're bleeding cash and cutting headcount, that same program looks like a luxury you cannot justify. The electric 718 didn't fail in a vacuum, it failed in a crisis. And crises don't create patience, they create triage. So, leadership reset, battery collapse, lineup gap, financial pressure, 4 catastrophic failures stacked on top of each other. But none of them are the real reason this was always going to be harder than anyone admitted. The real reason is physics. This is pressure point 1. And it's the one that should reframe every conversation you've ever had about electric sports cars. A sports car isn't defined by horsepower. It isn't defined by lap times. It's defined by lightness. By the feeling of the car communicating the road through your hands. By the sensation that the car weighs less than it should, responds faster than it should. ICE moves with a precision that feels almost alive. And batteries are heavy, profoundly, unavoidably heavy. The gas 718 weighs around 3,100 pounds. An electric replacement built on a bespoke platform with a full battery pack would come in somewhere north of 4,000. You can engineer around it. Low center of gravity, torque vectoring, adaptive suspension. But you cannot make 4,200 pounds feel like 3,100. Not in a car whose entire identity is built around that feeling. Physics doesn't care about marketing. And then there's the price. The gas 718 started under $60,000. An electric version, on a new platform, with cutting-edge battery tech, would almost certainly land past $80,000. Maybe into 911 territory. At which point, you haven't built an entry-level sports car. You've built an expensive, heavy EV that competes with your own flagship and loses the thing that made it matter. Meanwhile, the hybrid 911 GTS was announced, and the waitlists filled up immediately, because that car keeps the combustion engine at the center and uses electric power to enhance performance, not replace the feeling. The market made its position very clear. So where does it all land? The electric 718 is shelved, not officially canceled. Porsche is too smart to use that word. But every credible source points in the same direction. Indefinitely delayed, internally redirected toward hybrid architecture with no near-term path forward. And honestly, that might be the right call. A compromised electric 718, heavy, expensive, disconnected, would have done more lasting damage to the Porsche brand than having no 718 at all. Porsche survives on the promise that everything it builds is resolved, engineered beyond question. Launching a car that felt like an apology would have shattered that promise in the one segment where it matters most. But zoom out, because this isn't just a Porsche story. This is the first major high-profile admission that electrifying a sports car is fundamentally different from electrifying an SUV. An electric Macan works. An electric Cayenne will work, because those cars are built around comfort, space, and daily utility, and that's exactly what batteries do well. But a sports car? A car built around lightness and feel and analog communication? That's a different engineering problem entirely, and right now the technology isn't there. The original Porsche plan, a clean, seamless transition from gas to electric across the full lineup by 2030, that story is over. What comes next is messier, slower, hybrid-led, and far more uncertain than anyone in Stuttgart was willing to admit 2 years ago. The 718 was supposed to be the bridge to Porsche's future. That bridge is on hold, and the road ahead, nobody has fully mapped it yet.